Hello and welcome to Movie Reviews by Benjamin. Of course, we just finished up our Mortal Instruments City of Bones review. Make sure to check that one out. Now we're going to be talking about the You're Next. It's going to be the latest horror movie on the scene. The trailer kind of intrigued me a little bit just because you've got a home invasion movie. We just saw The Purge come out a couple weeks ago. I did a review on that. Of course, check that out as well. This movie, interestingly enough, was made in 2011, so if you hear anyone say that this movie is ripping off The Purge, tell them that is not correct. The Purge is actually ripping off this movie. This movie premiered at Sundance in 2011, just now making it into theaters. I believe it had a very limited release, and now it's being released worldwide, and it's actually a really good movie. From the trailer, you can kind of tell that it might be interesting, but trailers can sometimes be extremely misleading. This one was absolutely great. Really enjoyed it. Hilarious dialogue between some of the characters towards the beginning when everyone's sort of getting established. You've got all these characters coming together for their parents' 35th wedding anniversary. These people are all bringing their wives/girlfriends, husband in one case, 3 sons and a daughter. And it's really interesting to see this this mix of people come together. There's a lot of dysfunctional family entertainment going on there. It's definitely not played as a comedy, but the movie is not a comedy at all, but they do play some lines that kind of make you chuckle. Some of the siblings don't get along so well. Some twists in the plot. As you know, we don't do spoilers on the show, but this movie definitely does have some twists, some stuff you can definitely see coming. But the thing about horror movies, something that's always stood out to me, is that in a lot of horror movies you're going to see the heroine or the hero fighting the bad guy, and they hit him once on the head and then they run away somewhere. Well, in this movie, the heroine and the main heroine, once she hits somebody, she doesn't stop until there is no way that they could possibly still be alive. This is, like I said, a home invasion movie, so it's kind of interesting to see that happen. Something that could very realistically happen, especially the way it's played. These 3 people are outside terrorizing this family that are all enjoying their little anniversary get-together. They start picking them off one by one. They're in the house. This movie is extremely gory. For those of you who have a weak stomach, don't check this one out. I would say that it probably make you a little sick, but it is. It has some wild parts to it. Nothing quite like Hostel. It's nothing that we haven't seen before in a movie, but I definitely really did enjoy this one. Somehow it had some kind of twist to it, and I just can't really put my finger on it as to why I like this film as much as I did, but I really did. It's got a lot of folks in it that we haven't seen in a ton of movies before. The main heroine is going to be Sharni, I'm saying her name right, Sharni Vinson. She was in the original Step Up 3D movie. Of course, you see them in a lighthearted, dance movie. You think, oh, they're going to stick to that sort of role. No, absolutely not. She definitely gets her hands dirty. She's, helping her family defend against these attackers. We've got Nicholas Tucci and A.J. Bowen, 2 actors I have not seen before. From what I understand, they were mostly in low-budget horror films before this one, so hadn't seen those, but definitely enjoyed it. This movie had an extremely low budget, just under $1 million, which, for those of you who are familiar with movie budgets, that is next to nothing. Just under $1 million to make this movie. Excellent movie. Has some suspense. Has a lot of jump scenes. It wasn't too scary. I'm a pretty big baby about scary movies. I will be the first to admit that. And this one actually did a great job. They weren't too scary, but it definitely had some parts where you were kind of holding your breath waiting to see what happens next. Will say don't get attached to anyone in this movie because they probably are going to get taken out. I won't say who gets killed, but I will say that quite a few of the main characters do die. A lot of parts that are going to kind of make you cringe when you see it. People stepping on nails, crawling through broken glass, that sort of stuff. It is kind of one of those, like I said, extremely low budget, so the blood is obviously corn syrup with red, food coloring in it. It's kind of funny that way, but it's a really good time. I'm giving this a lot higher score than I ever thought I would give any kind of horror movie, especially a slasher film. I'm going to go ahead and give this one an 8.2. If you have to go to the movies this weekend, and like I said, I haven't seen World's End yet, which I will be putting up a review of that on Sunday, but so far, if you have seen everything else that's out right now, nothing is a super huge priority. All the summer blockbusters are pretty much over. Take a look at this movie. It's wild. Go see it at night. I saw it in the afternoon. Take a peek whenever you get a chance. It's a really good time. Take some people with you. It's a great popcorn slasher movie. Really cool to cap off the end of the summer with something like that. I know we've got Insidious coming up, which is Chapter 2, which is going to be kind of more of a supernatural sort of movie, but like I said, this one's actually something that technically could happen pretty easily. So the three people, or a whole bunch of people out in the middle of nowhere in this house, and people are trying to kill him. So it's a good movie. Check it out. You know, it was, like I said, for something that was made 2 years ago and just now coming out. I'm not sure what the holdup on it was, but it's great. Take it out. You know, check it out. It's awesome. So 8.2 for You're Next. Next one I will be doing, next review we'll be doing will be for The World's End. Should have that up Sunday afternoon early. I'm going to go see that tonight here in just a couple hours. So look forward to watching that one, putting a review up of it. Check me out on Facebook, as you know, Movie Reviews by Benjamin. Would definitely like to get some more followers or some more subscribers on YouTube so we can do a contest. I talked about that before getting to 50 subscribers. So once we get to there, we'll talk about a contest. And until Sunday, I will see you at the movies.